Hi, welcome back to our power yoga class. Marilee and myself are here, and we were just having a really interesting conversation that I would love for her to share just a tiny bit of it with you.
Well, normally I have a big, huge sleeping problem. It takes me forever for my mind to fall asleep, but I noticed ever since that Tracy has started doing these classes, I have fallen asleep within 10 minutes of hitting the sack. So I really notice the nights that I don't do this. It's a huge difference. I've never had anything else work. Everyone's like chamomile tea, whatever, and really this class has been the hugest solution for me. So.
Which I absolutely love, because I have clients who don't do yoga, but they do other fitness challenges with me, and they have sleep challenges as well. And I'm dying for them to experience doing some raw power yoga, because maybe it'll help them as well. So that's just a little tidbit that we wanted to share with you, because that's a beautiful thing. I mean, it's just do some yoga, get some sleep, get your sleep on, right?
Yeah. Oh gosh.
So thanks for sharing that with me
and
with
solving
everyone.
my sleep problem.
It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. All right, so we're going to start our practice tonight, and we're going to start in a seated squat. So I'm going to get in it with Marilee just initially, and then she's going to take over. So here's the deal. It doesn't matter what your squat looks like. Maybe you're really tight, your squat's up here. That's beautiful. Get into your squat. Maybe your squat is here. Maybe your squat's much wider. So you're going to get into a squat where you feel like you can stay for just a few breaths. I always find that if my heels are lifted and I go a little bit wider, but my hips are more open than some people, then I can get my heels to drop into the floor. And I like to bring my arms inside, on the insides of my knees, because that allows me to kind of open it up a little more. And sometimes you can just bring your fingertips into the floor and use that as a little bit of leverage. And then you want to lengthen through your spine. So naturally, we're not going to be straight up and down. You know, if you're really tight, you might be round a little forward, but we're trying to pull back through the shoulders. And then we're going to start a little Ujjayi breathing. So that is closing your mouth. Marilee's coming into it. And breathing through your nose, which travels through your glottis, that little horseshoe here. Travels through the back of your throat. So we're trying not to stay in nasal breathing, nose breathing. Look up Ujjayi breathing, so I don't have to spend so much time here while we're in this squat, because some of you might be screaming already. But see if you can spend a little time with your Ujjayi breathing, because it's a beautiful way to build up your internal heat to get you ready and warm for your practice. So we're here, and now sometimes I like to take one fist into one hand and just kind of let my hands be relaxed, and that feels good too. But we're just going to find 3 big, or you can bring your palms together. That's a nice one. So whatever's working for you. We're going to find 3 big inhales and exhales together. So let's breathe in, fill the lungs all the way up. And we're going to exhale it out. And a big inhale. And a deep exhale. So one more breath here, and I want you to relax where you can. So relax through your face, relax through your teeth, through your cheeks, through your jaw. The big exhale is here. And then we're going to bring your right fingertips out in front of you, and we're just going to reach open through the left side. Just find a little stretch up, a little length, a little energy through the fingertips. And we're going to switch that, drop down, and reach open through the right side. Peel back through that right shoulder, and pull back through the knees now. So don't let those guys come jamming forward. And then we're going to connect it, drop that right hand down. We're going to connect it to the breath. So let's find the inhale, left arm comes high. Breathing in, and the exhale. That was my back that just cracked, fantastic. Inhale, open it up. And exhale. Place it down. One more time on each side. Inhale, take it open. And exhale, lower it. And one more time. Breathe it in. And exhale, place it down. and then very slowly, so it may be uncomfortable for you to come out of your squat. Do it real slow. Come down onto the knees. Relax through the toes and take a seat back. We'll let it run up through the quads. So find your comfort zone here. If it doesn't feel good to sit back on your heels, you're going to find a place that does feel good. Then we're going to reach the arms up to the sky. We'll find a nice deep breath in, and as you exhale, we're going to elongate and lengthen out. We're going to keep reaching out until you find the floor. We're going to walk along through the fingertips. Extension, but I want you to keep your seat down. So don't lift your sit bones up off of your heels. Drop that seat back. Let yourself be that far. And then, follow along with me really. Let your head drop low. Let your breath flow. We're going to come to the left side with the upper body. So just walk your hands over to the left. Work your fingertips into the floor. So allow yourself to use that leverage to feel through that right side, through the right ribs. And we're going to walk that all the way over to your right side. So keep your head lifted and find a breath in. And then as you exhale, let it drop down. Use the floor as your leverage. So we're lengthening through the left side. And we're going to do one more on each side. So let's pick up. We're going over to the left. Find the reach. Big breath in as you exhale. Let it drop. Now find a little space underneath your, kind of underneath your armpits where you're creating that length through the shoulders. And then we'll pick it up and we'll take it over. We're going to come over to the right side. So find a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, we're going to drop down low. Let your head go. So we're going to open up underneath the armpits and create the length through the shoulders. And the leverage of the floor is really what's working that pull. So keep the energy there through the fingertips. And then we're going to come back center. And Mary, go ahead and face the front of your mat onto your hands and knees, please. So we're going to come into this position where our wrists are under the shoulders and your knees are underneath your hips. And we'll come up onto the toes. That's really nice. We'll open up a little bit through the arches of the feet. We're going to press down through the floor. We're going to turn the elbows to shine back behind you. So if you had little flashlights on your elbows, I want you to turn those guys towards the back wall. So we're engaging through the triceps. And then we'll turn the middle fingers in towards each other. So go ahead and just turn your hands in. So the middle fingers, the tips of the middle fingers face each other. Nice. And we'll find a breath in, look out in front of you. And as you exhale, we'll relax through the feet, round up through the spine, belly button towards the face. And then let's do that again. Inhale, open it up, breathe it. Exhale, round and tuck it under. Tuck it nice and strong. And then come up onto the balls of the feet. Turn the middle fingers out to the side wall. Let's breathe in here. And as you exhale, round and tuck it all the way up so you can feel that lumbar stretch here. And then let's do one more with the fingertips that way. Breathing in. On the exhale, tuck it up tight. Pull it strong. Very nice. Let your breath flow. And now turn your middle fingers in towards your knees. So this may work for you. If you have a lot of mobility through your wrists, you might be able to do that completely. If you're not able to do it completely, then only go as far as it feels good to open up through your wrists. So you make the call on where your hands are going to be. We're going to pull back through the shoulders. Let's stay here. And then we're going to bring your right heel up to the sky. And we're going to flex your toes in. So no lazy feet. If you look at my right foot now, it's not just hanging out. Flex the toes in. Push your chest away from the floor. Curl that heel in towards your head so that we're engaging through that hamstring, through that glute. And now let's just take a little press up through the roof. So we're down just about halfway and we're going to push it up. Find the squeeze for 10, 9, 8, 7. I like the chin to be neutral. 6. So you're looking down kind of at the front of your mat. 5, where your neck is long. 4, 3, 2, and we'll bring that right knee down. If it still feels good for your wrist to open up like this, Great, keep them there. If it doesn't, turn your fingertips forward. We're gonna take the left heel up to the sky. We're gonna curl that heel in. We're gonna straighten the arms a little more, bring the chest away from the floor. We're flexing the toes. Let's push it up right here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and we'll place that left knee down. And then let's bring the fingertips forward and flip one hand over. Press a little weight in there. Breathe into that opposite stretch in the wrist. Switch the sides. Go ahead and press it down a little bit. So not a lot of body weight. You're not jamming on that, on the wrist bone like that. And then we're gonna walk up into downward facing dog. So go ahead and bring your middle fingers in line with your shoulders. Get long on your mat. So we're finding that inverted V rather than just straight up and down. So we're elongating and lengthening. Middle fingers are shining out. Elbows are turning in. The sit bones are driving up towards the sky. The heels are naturally lifted off your mat. So make sure you're not up on your tippy toes, but also make sure that your dog is long enough that your heels can naturally just kind of hang out there. And then close your eyes and breathe into your down dog. Relax through your head. Maybe you're saying a slow motion no. Nice and relaxed. Maybe you're saying a slow motion yes, where you lift and tuck your chin in. Maybe you're doing both, so maybe it's a no and a yes. And that's just a reminder, no tension through my cervical spine. Then let your head relax. So your gaze is at your toes, and we'll stretch your right leg up to the sky. Point your toes. So we're extending through the top of your foot. We'll walk your hands back to your left foot. We're keeping a long right leg. We're reaching energy through the toes. And then we'll just go ahead and turn your fingertips to face the back wall. Lift your chest up and breathe in. Lengthen through your back as you exhale. Walk the fingertips back a little more. Yeah, and give yourself that fold. And your knee can be bent as much as you need it. So if you need a big bend in that knee, if you're real tight in the hamstrings, go ahead and bend that knee. If it feels good to straighten it a little more, push through the heel and through that whole foot. So balance it through the whole foot. And then let's do that again. So we'll keep the fingertips facing the back wall. Let's lengthen through the spine. Find a deep breath in. As you exhale, fold and walk through just a little bit more. We're keeping energy through that right leg. So no lazy back legs. Let's find one more. Let's find the lift. We'll lengthen. And on the exhale, we'll fold it in. We're strengthening through the arms and we're lengthening through that left hamstring for 5. There's energy through that right leg for 4. For 3, we're gonna bring that right leg behind your left leg. Yeah, we'll bring it outside and we're gonna then distribute the weight evenly throughout both feet. So your body weight will shift over to the left and then go ahead and interlace your fingers behind your right calf. Lift and lengthen your spine up. Inhale as you exhale. Fold deep, bend the elbows now. Use the biceps. Fold in and work the upper body. Take the lift again, breathe in. As you exhale, pull and fold. Fold and feel it. One more time. Lengthen, inhale. As you exhale, find the fold. Pull it in for 5. Let your head drop. For 3, keep working the elbows. So the elbows are bent. We're inside the biceps. For 2, fingertips find the floor. We'll stretch that right leg back up to the sky. We're going to walk a long dog with a high right leg. Go ahead and walk yourself out. Right foot lunges through your hands. We'll slide back on the ball of that left foot. We're going to stay right here in the lunge. So body weight is coming out of that front knee. We're shifting it down through that left hip, down through that right glute. And then we're gonna straighten that right leg. So right leg gets as straight as it feels good. If you wanna get up on that right heel, go ahead and pull your toes back towards your face. If that's too much, you'll keep the foot in the floor. Back leg is gonna stay straight. If you need to bend it, you can bend it. Let's drop back into that lunge. Reach the arms up to the sky. Find a full breath in. As you exhale, fingertips to the floor. We're gonna straighten that front leg again. Maybe you're flexing the toes. We're gonna square that left hip to the front wall. Drop that right foot. Come on up. Breathe in high. As you exhale, fingertips find the fold. Let's straighten that right leg one more time. Flex the toes back. Square the left hip forward. Drop that right foot. Come on up. Inhale up. And as you exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Press your palms together. Let's find a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, we'll take the edge of that left elbow and we're going to work it to the outside edge of your right knee, and we'll stack that right elbow on top of the left. We're pressing, and what I want you to do is I want you to press and feel the triceps engage. Very nice. And then we'll come back up into that crescent lunge, arms reach high. Breathe in, and as you exhale, go ahead and drop your right hand inside of your right foot. Stretch your left arm up to the sky, turn your back foot sideways, and we'll roll open a little bit through that left rib cage. Very nice. Then reach your left arm overhead. Extend through the fingertips. Dip down through your right seat. If you have a little more, squeeze through your left quad. And you can take up some space. So Marilee already opened up and lengthened out. You can drive that left foot back 2-3 inches if that feels nice to dip down through the foot. And then we'll pivot that back foot and come back into your runner's lunge. And we'll step back into a high plank position. So now let's settle into a strong high plank. We're on the balls of the feet. We're finding energy through the triceps. We're tucking up. So right here, the pelvis finds the tuck. And then right here, we're squeezing through those quads. We're pushing back through the heels. Yeah, we're stretching out a little bit through the arches of your feet. And we're working. So we're finding the inhales and the exhales that you need. We're engaging through the abdominals. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come down onto the forearms. So go ahead and lower yourself down. See if you can separate so that your wrists are in line with your shoulders. You can make 2 fists. You can drop your palms flat. You can turn them up to the sky. And then if you need to modify, we'll bring the knees to the floor. If you don't, yeah. But when you do, I don't want you to drop your pelvis. So keep that tuck up here. So if you're going to modify, nice. We're going to keep it right here. If you don't need it, keep it lifted, suck it up, and do the hard work. We're going to take your right foot and bring it out over to the side as far over as it wants to go. Or you're going to tap the floor and bring it back center. And let's come to the right again. It's a little touch. And we'll bring it back center. Drive yourself away from the floor. Let's come to the right. It's a light little touch, and we'll bring it back center. Let's take it over to the right side, and we're coming back center. We have 4 more with that tempo. Let's touch it out. For 4, it's a little tap. Yes. 3 more. For 3, we're squeezing through the left quad. Again, if you're modifying, just the left knee could be dropped down. For 2, that's very nice. 1 more time. Ah, beautiful. And then let's take that left guy out. So we'll find a little touch. And we'll bring it back. Let's touch it out. Maybe it goes a little further, and we'll bring it back. Let's take that light touch. No body weight's dropping down, and we'll bring it back. Take that little touch, and let's bring it back here. And now let's find 4 more. Same tempo. We're out and in. For 4, and light touch. For 3, we're still driving with the forearm energy. For 2, I don't want you to forget about that because the chest can start to collapse down, and then we jam into the shoulders. For 1, bring that foot back, 1 palm at a time, 1 wrist under the shoulder. We're back up in that high plank. And then we're going to bring the knees to the floor, keep the hips flat. We're going to modify our first chaturanga. Let's come on down. Modification. So we're stacking the elbows right on top of the wrists, modifying here. Shoulders in line with the elbows. Core is on strong. Relax through the pelvis. Let it all come down. You can slide the palms back if that feels good. Modify the up dog. Come on up. Strong straight arms. Relaxing through the toes. Squeezing through the glutes. From the knees to the toes, we'll find downward facing dog. And we'll stretch your left leg up to the sky. Reach through the toes here. And then go ahead and walk yourself back. So we'll walk the fingertips back. Right leg is as straight as it feels good for you. We're going to turn your fingertips to the back wall. And then we'll lift and lengthen through the spine. Find a breath in. So your fingertips can stay on the floor. On the exhale, work the fold, bend the elbows, use the arms to get deep into it. Let's take the lift again. Breathe it, lengthen. On the exhale, work the fold. So we're folding in, maybe just a little bit more. Let's find the length in it. Inhale. On the exhale, fold it even deeper. Let's stay here. Keep working the fingertips back. For 5, keep bending through the elbows. For 4, keep that left leg energized. There's electricity through the tips of the toes. 3, 2, maybe you found another inch with your fingertips back behind you. Maybe that right leg is a little bit straighter. And then we're going to go ahead and bring that left leg, so the fingertips turn forward, across from the right. Yeah. And we'll distribute the weight nice and even. And then we'll interlace the fingers behind that left calf. Let's lift up. Breathe it in as you exhale. Pull. Use the biceps. Inhale, lengthen. Extend it. Exhale, pull. Work the arm strength in it. 1 more time. Let's breathe in. As you exhale, fold, fold, fold. Stay here, let your breath flow. Keep working the arm strength. Every exhale, we find a little bit more. We're pushing back through the seat for 3, for 2. Fingertips hit the floor with a high left leg. Walk a long dog right here. So we're in down dog, left foot lunges. We'll slide back on the ball of that right foot. So now we're in the runner's lunge. We're on the other side. We're going to drop down through that left seat. No body weight through that left knee. We're squaring down through your right hip. Let's come up onto the fingertips, or maybe you're on your blocks. Breathe in. As you exhale, we'll straighten that left leg. Turn that right hip forward. Maybe you're on the heel, maybe not, so maybe you're flexing your toes. Bend back into that lunge. Come on up, nice and strong. Into your crescent. We dip down through the seat. Find the inhale. As you exhale, we'll bring the fingertips. We're keeping that back heel lifted and that right hip square. Let's straighten that leg. Maybe you're flexing the toes. Maybe that feels good. It's a deeper stretch. Breathe it in. As you exhale, bend that knee. Back leg load. Shift it back. Reach up tall. Squeeze through that back glute. Breathe in as you get high. As you exhale, bring the fingertips down. Straighten that leg. Flex your toes in. So you can bend that back knee, which I just did for you, or you can keep a straight leg. For 5, 4, 3, 2. Drop that foot, reach it out wide. Breathe in high. Stay here on the exhale. Press the palms to the heart center. Find a full breath in. As you exhale, we're taking just a piece of the edge of that elbow, and we're going to twist it. We're going to use the leverage to twist, and we're pressing so strong you can feel your triceps. So you can feel them engage, and we're keeping that torso twist. We're keeping the energy on bringing that left rib cage a little bit on top of the right. For 3, for 2, and then we'll go ahead and we'll come on up into that lunge. Breathe in, and as you exhale, we'll bring that left hand inside of your left foot. We're going to turn sideways on the right. We'll tuck that left hip in. We'll load up that back leg. Right arm's reaching. Let's extend it overhead. Go ahead and breathe through the fingertips. And if it felt good, you slid that right foot back more so you can get into that left glute. Don't steal your left knee, so don't take this knee away from your ankle. You want to make sure that you're keeping that joint stack. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just make sure you're not so far away that you're stealing it. And then go ahead and come on into your high plank. So we'll step back into a high. We're going to tuck up through the pelvis once again. We're going to squeeze through the thighs. You know how to modify now. We're spreading through the fingertips. And we're going to lift your right foot just a tiny bit off the floor. Let's point the toes back. Find a deep breath in. As you exhale, it's a 4 count right knee to the left tricep. For 4, cross it over. 3, rotate the hip. 2, try to touch it now. Go ahead and lift it up. And it's a 4 count back. For 4, 3, 2, don't drop the foot. Let's breathe in. And as you exhale, right knee to the right tricep. For 4, 3, 2, take a little touch on it if you can. And then let's take it back. For 4, 3, don't drop that foot if you don't need to. For 2, let's breathe it in right here. As you exhale, nose to the knee. Let's round and tuck it up. For 4, now we're going to lift it. 3, we're going to drive it up. For 2, try to touch it if you can. And now let's bring it back. For 4, this is where we'll drop the foot. 3, 2, let's drop that foot. Let's breathe right here in that strong plank position. We're pushing, we're filling up through the upper back. We're squeezing through the glutes. We're inside the quads. No lazy arms. We're still inside those triceps. Lift your left foot up a little bit. Point your left toes back. Drive your chest away from the floor. Let's breathe in. As you exhale, let's cross it. Here we go. Left knee, 4, 3. We're coming up to the right. For 2, let's pick it up a little bit. And then let's take it back slow. 4, let's slow it down. 3, let's enjoy it. 2, and we'll hold it right here, driving the chest a little further away. We're breathing in. As you exhale, we're coming left knee to the left tricep. For 4, we're driving it up. For 3, we're going to try and touch it. 2, who cares if it's a half a mile away? Who cares? You're going where you can go. We're going to take it back. For 4, let's not drop that foot unless you have to. 3, don't drop it. 2, we're going to square those hips. We're going to stay right here. Looks amazing. Let's breathe in. As you exhale, where are we going? Nose to the knee. Let's tuck it up. 4, drive it. 3, get it higher. Pull it in, touch it. 2, Keep it up there. Let's take it back real slow. 4, awesome. 3, 2, this is where we drop the foot, but we're still holding the plank because you can. 10, 9, yeah, keep pushing it away. Beautiful. 8, 7, 6, 5. She's hating on me. 4, 3, for 2, let's come all the way down to the floor. Relax. Cheek to one side, release. Arms go where they want to be. Let it go. Just a moment to get real quiet. Let your pelvis drop into the floor. Very nice. So we're just going to find a short stretch. We're not going to stretch all the way over into the shoulders on this. So you come up onto the balls of your feet here, just a short stretch motion in the shoulders. We'll drop that left arm out a little bit. And then we're just going to actually extend it out longer. We're just going to roll open. And then once you roll open, reach through that right arm, stretch it up, and then alternate that. So we're going to go side to side with that. Go ahead and reach it. Yeah, that's it. And lift it up. Beautiful. Let's find 6 more right here. Open it up. 6 and 5. Awesome. 4. Yeah, last 2. 2, and we'll find 1 more. And then let's come center, and we'll bring your right wrist, your right palm under your shoulder, and then we're going to guide your right heel up to your left hand. So right hand is under your chin, and then we'll lift up through that right thigh. We're going to kick back and breathe into the left shoulder. We're going to drive energy off of that right forearm. So if you want to get a little more intensity, come onto the ball of your left foot, where you can use that as a little leverage to get your right leg higher. And we're keeping your neck long. Let's just breathe here. Keep the kick on. And then we'll switch sides. Go ahead and catch it, lift it up, kick it back. Yeah, keep lifting through that left quad. So you can feel right now, the more that you lift through that left quad, we're going up inside here, even up into the patella. And the stronger you kick, you're certainly getting inside that right delt. And then we'll release it and find downward facing dog. Let's bend the knees and step or float your feet up. We're at the front of your mat. Find a lift halfway. We're going to breathe it in as you exhale. Let's fold deep in towards the shins. As you inhale, reach out to the side walls. Stretch up high. Exhale, forward fold. Let's dive nice and low and feel it. Halfway lift, we'll breathe in. Find your high plank. Step or jump back. Chaturanga. With or without the knees. Up dog. We'll find the inhale. Come on back to your chaturanga. And let's stay here. We're in a chaturanga. We're taking the whole body for 8 little push-ups. Here we go for 8, 7. The whole body's going with you. 6, 5, 4. Keep the pelvis tucked. 3, 2. 1 more. Up dog on the breath. In. Downward facing dog as we exhale. Right leg gets high. Right foot lunges. Left foot turns. We're up in warrior 1. Let's stretch the thumbs back. Gorgeous. So palms will face each other. We're turning the little pinkies in towards each other. Warrior 2, we're going to slide open. Warrior 2. So let's take a moment to settle into your warrior 2, where we have a nice tabletop. So we're here from this knee to your hip. We're looking for, can I balance a baseball on the top of my thigh? So see if you can work that there. If you can't, that's fine. You'll be lifted, and you'll eventually work yourself down. And we're lifting the arms up, equal energy, and we're finding the energy coming out through the fingertips, through the front wall, and through the back. We're squeezing through that back quad. And then let's go ahead and straighten your front leg. And reach your fingertips out just through your torso. Extend out a little bit. Yeah, find a breath in as you exhale, triangle pose. Catch a piece of that shin. Maybe you're using a block right now. We're reaching up through the left arm, rolling back through the left shoulder. Inhale, we stretch up. Exhale, we open it back if that feels good. Warrior 2, let's drop the seat. Nice. Right palm flips. We're breathing in as you exhale. Ah, reverse your warrior. Lift up out of your right rib cage. Cartwheel flow through to your high plank. And let's come into a side plank. So right wrist under the shoulder, and then we'll stack the left foot on top of the right and flex the feet. If you're modifying, you can bring your right knee down to the floor and keep your left foot where it is. Yeah, so you can work that modification. We're gonna bring your right hip down just about maybe 3-4 inches, and we're gonna pick it up. Get inside that right oblique here. So let's lower it down just a little bit, and then we're gonna take it up. So there's a rope on that left hip, we're gonna drive it up. Let's find that low, and we'll work the lift up. And then we're gonna lower it down, and we'll work it up. Let's stay here and breathe. Stay right here. Yeah, keep lifting it. Keep getting higher. Keep squeezing through the thighs. Keep pushing yourself away from the floor. And now we have 4 more. Here we go. Let's take it down and pick it up. Hold it for 4. Let's lower it down. Take it up strong. For 3, let's lower that down. And then work it up. For 2, let's lower it down. We're going to pick it up and we're going to hold it right here. Yeah, we're going to hold it. We're going to keep holding it. For 5, we're going to keep lifting it. For 4, now that we're tired and fatigued, we're going to find a 4 count lifting that top leg. Let's take it up. Here we go. For 4, 3, 2, flex those toes in, hold it up. We're going to lower it down for 1. So the ankles meet. Let's take it up. For 4, 3, 2, we're going to lower it down for 1. We got 2 more. Let's breathe it. 4, 3, 2. Somewhere along the way, you can always modify. Let's take it up. 4, 3, 2. That's beautiful. Come on into your high plank. Child's pose. Let's chill out and thread your right arm under your left. So that arm that we were just on, when we're in child's pose, we'll thread it under. Yeah, and we'll drop in, and we'll just breathe right here. So left fingertips are going where you want them to go. They could be totally chill, or you can work the floor. And we're just kind of giving a little bit of love into that right shoulder. Come on into your high plank. Very nice. Chaturanga, we're going to lower down nice and easy. Up dog fills the lungs all the way up. Chaturanga, we're going to come back into it. Let's find 4 little push-ups. For 4, 3, working that upper body strong. 2, and come on into your up dog. Breathe it in. Downward facing dog on the exhale. Let's chill out here. Bring that right hand outside of your left knee. So feet are as wide as your hips. Yeah, and we're going to pull again on that right shoulder. Shift your body weight a little bit to the right so the heels stay even. Keep bending through that right elbow. So we're working the twist. We're working the torso. 5, 4, 3, 2. We're in downward facing dog. Bend the knees. Make your way to the front of your mat. We'll take that lift. Halfway, let's breathe it in. As you exhale, we're folding deeper. Chair pose. We're going to drop the seat. Drop the squat. Chair pose. We're bringing the knees away from the toes. We're tucking up a little bit, finding a neutral spine. Arms are on an angle, right? So we're creating that energy. If you're tired, let your arms drop down by your side. There's one way to find a modified version of this, where the arms are down and the shoulder blades are pulling back. You're feeling the electricity, the energy, go for the deeper. We're going to stay deep in the squat and lift your right thigh up into your chest. Just drive it up, keeping your toes flexed. We're driving that thigh a little higher. Yeah. Let's breathe in. As you exhale, warrior 3, we're going to push that right heel out to the back wall. We're going to turn down through that right hip. So we're going to take that hip and just manipulate it a little bit. We're going to reach the arms out. We're lifting the arms up high. 5, 4, 3, 2. We're back in the seated squat. Let your right thigh drive up into your chest. Keep your toes flexed. 5, 4, 3. Let your feet meet. Left thigh is going to come up into your chest. Keep your toes flexed. We're lengthening through the spine. That looks amazing. Breathe in. As you exhale, find that warrior 3. Push out and reach it for 5. Feel that, right? Turn it down. Yeah, feel it. For 2, we're keeping the toes tucked in. Find the single leg seated squat. Come on up and drive the thigh up. If you need a break, drop that foot. 5, 4, 3, 2. Chair pose. And forward fold. We're diving in tight. Halfway lift. We're going to breathe in here. Step or float back to your high plank. Let's find Chaturanga. We're down easy. There's 8 little push-ups to be had. You can skip it. You can hold the Chaturanga. You can hold a high plank. We have 4 more right here for 4. So this is your practice. 3, 2, tap into your potential. Up dog. Let's stretch it open. Let's stay here. Stay here on your inhales and your exhales. Lifting the thighs or not. Maybe you're in a modified and you're dropping your knees. Let's stay here. In that up dog, yeah, let your shoulder blades open. Peel back through your pecs right now. Downward facing dog. We'll find the exhale. Left leg is going to get high. Warrior one, we're going to bring it up. Warrior one, let's come on up. So let's reach back. Yeah, turn those pinkies in. Gorgeous. We're dipping down through that left seat. So nice. Beautiful. Warrior two, we'll slide that open. Warrior two. There's energy, both arms. We're finding the equal energy through those arms. Yeah, for three, we're working through that tabletop. So we're digging down through here. We'll straighten that left leg. Let me pull you forward. Reach out just the torso. Breathe in and tuck that left hip in as you exhale, triangle pose. We'll reach up, we'll roll back. So the inhales, we extend up. We reach up on the inhales. On the exhales, it opens. Just a little bit, right? Then the inhale takes it a little higher. And the exhale, we open a little more. One more time, breathe in up. As you exhale, open it up. Warrior two, let's come on back in. Drop that left knee. Left palm flips. We're breathing in. As you exhale, here we go. Let's take it up again. So get pulled up through the sky. For five, let yourself get pulled up. Four, reach it up. We're out of the left ribs. Three, we're light on that back arm. For two, cartwheel flow through. We're in a high plank. Fantastic. Let's take a moment to breathe in your high plank. Let's keep those hips up. High plank position, here we are. Left wrist is under the shoulder. We're gonna side angle it. So there's so many variations. You can stagger the feet. Left knee can be under your hip. We're gonna lift up through that hip. We're gonna bring those hips like headlights, yeah, to the wall that's in front of your pelvis right now. We'll shine them straight out. Squeezing up through the quads. We're gonna lower that guy down a couple inches and then we'll pick it up and feel it. And then we'll lower it down a little bit. And then we're going to take it up. Feel it. Get inside that oblique. Get inside of it. Let's lower it down a little bit. Crunch and feel. Let's do that one more time. Yeah, we're down and we're up. And we're going to hold it up right here. We're going to breathe it up right here. We're going to work for staying up right here or not. So you can work for a modification and take a break. If you're feeling stronger, let's lower that guy down. Let's find our last four. Take it up. Yeah, a little bit slower. Work it. Two more. We're driving up. One more time. Let's take it up. Let's hold it up right here because we got a 4 count with that top leg. 4, 3, 2. Hold it high. It's a single count down. Let the ankles meet. Let's take it up. 4, 3, 2, and let's let it meet. Don't let that left hip drop. Let's take it up. 4, 3, 2. Hold it up there. You got this. Let it meet. Dig in deeper for 4, 3. You know you're going to rest after this too. Hold it up there. Feet meet together. High plank. Strong. Child's pose with the left arm threading. So we'll take a seat down. So you can sit right back into it. If you're not sweating to death, you're right back into your child's pose. Left arm is under. And we're just going to relax and feel good. So you can reach through those fingertips. Work it over. Very nice. And really let yourself go. So give yourself the gift of, I'm going to honestly just let myself relax down into the floor. And then we're in downward facing dog. We'll get long and work our twist. So from your down dog, left hand's coming to the outside of that right knee. Let's turn the torso. Let's find a pull here, bend through that left elbow, work inside that left bicep. Make sure you're evening out your hips, so don't let your heels be cockeyed with their balance. Kind of get those guys even. You can see them, check them out. Yeah, 5, 4, 3, 2. And then find your down dog. Bend the knees, make your way. We're at the front. Find a lift halfway. We're going to breathe it in. As you exhale, we're going to fold deeper, chair pose. We're going to deepen that squat. Bring the knees away from the toes. Just take a peek down. Insides of the feet should be touching each other. Yeah. Tips of the toes. You could see all of your toes right now. So if you can, if your knees are jamming forward. So if you got that going on where your knees are coming forward, and Marilee's doing the work to stay in that strong. But I just want to show you here. If you're jamming forward here, I see a lot of this going on. shift that back. So take your fingertips onto your knees. Find your toes, right? You can even bring your hands to your hips, kind of work it out that way. Grip your toes down, and then start to come into that chair. So her quads are on fire at this point. 5, 4, 3, 2. Stand tall with your fingertips to the sky. Let those guys release that lactic acid. We'll reach your right hand back and catch your left foot. Keep your left arm high to the sky. So right hand catches your left foot. Let's find opposite hand to foot. We're finding our dristi, so we're going to look out, look at one thing that's not moving. Get yourself into that headspace, right? Take a moment right here. So there's no race, there's no rush. We're just setting ourselves up. We're bringing that left leg back. She's already got it, just for the quad stretch. We're not hinging forward though. We're just going to get taller. Yeah. And we'll tuck that left knee in closer to your right leg a little bit, but you can bring it back. Beautiful. We're breathing into that right shoulder. Let's find the inhale. As you exhale, we're going to come into a twisted dancers. So we're going to hinge and let your left middle finger come halfway down the wall. We're pushing back through your right seat. That's fantastic. We're lifting up through that back leg, reaching through the toes, and then go ahead and bring your left fingertips. So maybe you're bringing your left fingertips to your block. Maybe you're going to come all the way down to the floor. We'll roll open through your right shoulder, and we'll keep the energy on so you could breathe through that right shoulder. 5, 4. For 3, very gently, I want you to release the foot and push the heel to the back wall. Yeah. And then we'll roll open through that right shoulder. Very nice. We're going to stack the right rib cage. We're just striving to get it. Just think of it like that, right? If you think of your right lung on top of your left in our twisted half moon here, that's gorgeous. We're going to come up into warrior 3. So both arms will come out in front of you. Chin is neutral. Middle fingers are out to the front wall. Thumbs are going to come up to the sky. And now the warrior 3 is so on point with energy, you don't even know. We're turning that left hip down, but there's energy lifting up through the limbs. So get your strong warrior 3 on. 5, 4. Imagine someone's pulling you apart, right? Like you're made of taffy. They're pulling you apart, but you're also lifting up. For 2, chair pose. Let's drop the squat. Chair pose. Knees come back. Insides of the feet touch. We're gripping through the toes. Yeah, that's a really nice neutral spine here. So make sure you're not pushing your butt all the way out and you're jamming on your low back. Tuck it up a little bit. Gorgeous. We're inside Ujjayi breathing if that's available. We're going to dip down through the seat. Can you imagine another inch? Oh my Lord. Yeah, can you imagine it? You can either imagine it and pretend you did it, or you can go for it and really do it. Let's see what happens here. Can you imagine just a half an inch? Can you imagine just, if you're just coming down, oh my hell. Yes, that is what I call smoking the buns into the seat. Quads are on fire. 5, 4, 3, 2. Stand tall, middle fingers to the sky. Phenomenal. Arms are up high. Let's let that left hand catch that right foot. We'll keep the right arm lifted, or if you're tired, bring your right hand to your right hip. So there's a million ways to give yourself an opportunity to let go somewhere and get stronger somewhere else. And all we're going to do is just bring that right leg back. There's just a little energy on it. We're not folding forward yet. And then we're going to reach up to the sky with our dristi on point. Breathe in. As you exhale, we'll find the flow. We're coming halfway down the wall. We're in a twisted dancer's pose. Let's take a moment right here. Let's just take a moment to enjoy this. A moment to lift, to be quiet, to breathe, to reach a little bit. Let that thumb get a little closer to the sky. Yeah, because you're going into that warm right shoulder. 5, and we're kicking back a little bit. 4, 3. Very slowly find your block. With your right fingertips, move it somewhere under that right shoulder, a little bit further over. Where do you need it? Yeah, we're going to kick back, rotating, right? We found that rotation of that left rib cage coming back. We're still lifting up. 5, 4, 3. It's a gentle release. So don't flick the leg back. Just bring that heel back. Yeah, let your left arm come up to the sky. That's gorgeous. So now we're in a twisted half moon, and we're just going to rinse it out through the twisted half moon. Yeah, it kind of feels good inside of there. We're light on that block, so don't lay down on your block. Don't jam on that. Get that in the core. Let that guy do the work. For 3, for 2, Warrior 3. It's a tough one. Warrior 3, yeah. If you're in it, Warrior 3 is talking back to you. So you're doing it and it's like, what is going on? Where am I feeling this? Yes, I'm feeling it everywhere. Lift those limbs up. Yeah, lift that back leg up. We're keeping the toes, no lazy feet, right? Everything is on. 5-4, strong, 3-2. Chair pose, no frickin' way. Yes, we're driving the knees back. We're sitting deep into the depths of it. We're gonna bring the arms out into the letter T. So go ahead and lift the chest up. Yeah, reach the pinkies to the back wall. Oh, we're gonna lift that right thigh up high. Yeah, we're gonna drive it up. Pull it up into your chest. And then we're gonna straighten that right leg out. Yeah, we're gonna push through that heel. So go ahead and push it out. With a straight right leg, we're gonna find a little kick up. Here we go. For 4, little kick. 3, get in that core. 2, chair pose. Oh, drop the seat, interlace the fingers behind your back. Pull your shoulder blades together, drop your chin down. Keep the burn on. While you're in that low squat, heel toe your feet apart as wide as your hips. Heel toe them out. Yeah, or you can step it out too. Let's keep it here. And then I want you to heel toe it in because that's where the work is. Heel toe them in. Yeah, keep the seat and then heel toe them out. Yeah, work it out. Keep that squat and then heel toe them in. Nice. Keep that low squat while you're heel toeing, right? Heel toe it out. Go lower. Go lower. Yeah. Heel toe it in. Nice. You can look down at the floor on this one. Chest stays up. Heel toe it out. Beautiful. Heel toe it in. Last one. Heel toe it out. Take it wide. Take it to the edges of your mat. Lift yourself all the way up. Stand tall. Straighten the legs. Breathe in. Extend the arms back. On the exhale, forward fold. So fold it, let your head drop, let your brain relax. Close your eyes for a moment. Yeah, and just hang out here for a few breaths. If it's too much for your shoulders, grab your elbows. And once you grab your elbows, if you want to keep this stretch, you can keep it right here. But if you grab your elbows and you're folded in ragdoll, we're going to do that together. Go ahead and take it now. So let your arms drop down, ragdoll pose, yeah, and find a sway. We're going side to side. Big sway, side to side, moving through the back. Come back center, let the arms drop down, bring the upper body to the left side, grab on to that left calf, lift your chest up, inhale as you exhale, pull and pull and pull. You're working in to the outside of that left knee. I want you to work into it. So breathe into all of the feel-good that you have to get for yourself on that left side. So we're letting go through the face, we're relaxed. The weight of the head is dropping into the floor, but the arms are still working, right? Because we're still manipulating ourselves because now we're warm, we're super warm. So I want you to get inside of every little nook and cranny. Let's sway it over to the right. Find the lift, lengthen, breathe in as you exhale, fold, strengthen, love it, own it. This is yours. This is your time to work it over, to pull, to relax, to release, to bring and to feel, but to also know where you can drop something. Let's come back center. We're going to heel toe those feet in till the insides of the feet touch each other. And then we're going to drop deep into that seated squat. So this one, we're working through the quads. So let's bring the knees, shift them back a little bit. Load up the thighs. Load up the glutes. Lengthen through your back. Yeah. Reach through the fingertips here. Then we're going to lift that left leg up. Drive the left thigh high. Keep the toes flexed in. Straighten that left leg out. Let's find a lift on it right here for 4. Lift it 3. Yeah. Take it up 2. The feet meet together. We'll bring the arms out into the letter T. So now we're going to step your right foot out to the edge of the right side of your mat in that squat and the left foot to the left side of the mat. In that squat, we're going to step them together. Feet come together. Yeah, let's work that. In and out and in. This is your own pace. We're trying to stay as low as you can. We're staying engaged through the whole core. Now, if you need to change something, you can bring the fingertips behind your head, and that might help you lift your chest up a little higher. So if it feels better, you can work that. If your arms are down by your side, you can work that. We're still going in and out. So let those feet touch each other and drop deep into the squat. Yeah, don't cheat yourself. Let them touch. Crazy glue them together, Mare. Yeah, step them all the way in. Make them touch. Yeah, step them way out. Touch them in so they touch. Drop through the squat, and we're out. We're only here for 1 short minute, so I want you to breathe into it. Listen up. If you need a break, stand up. Shake your legs out. Find mountain pose. That's a great way to just take the time for yourself. You could be in mountain pose. Marilee's still working it. Yeah, quads are getting on fire. We're doing the work here. We have 15 seconds. Let's breathe deep into it. Can you drop your seat just a little bit lower? Yeah, make sure those feet touch. You can bring your hands on your thighs. Lift your chest up there. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2. Separate the feet out wide. Fold forward. And then step back into your high plank with your feet wider than your hips. High plank position. Excellent. Let's settle in here. You can't imagine that this is a break right now, but it is. Feet are wider than your hips. And then from where your feet are going to be wider than your hips and your wrists are under your shoulders and you're tucking through your pelvis, you'll bring your left fingertips to your right shoulder just lightly. We're going to try and turn that left hip down in case it opened up. We're going to switch sides. Right guy comes to the left. And then we're going to switch it left to the right. And then we're going to switch it, trying to stay as still as you can. And then we're going to switch it again. Yeah, and then work that switch. Keep tucking up. Alternate it. Ready? Here we go for 8 more. There's the tempo. 7. Cross it. 5. 4. 3. 2. One more. Hold it here. Child's pose. Let's chill out. Take the whole upper body to your left side. So in your child's pose, knees are going to go as wide as you can bring them. And we'll work the upper body to the left. We're going to get long into the rib cage. And then I want you to just let go right here. So let it go. You don't even have to be working the floor right now. You can just let everything melt down. Bend the elbows and drop through the forehead. We'll pick that up and we'll come over to the right side. Yeah, let's relax into it. Over to the right. Very nice. And then we'll come back center. We'll come up onto the hands and knees. With the knees under the hips, and we'll come up onto the toes. Go ahead and take your right arm up to the sky. Roll open through that right rib cage. Breathe in as you exhale. Thread your right arm under your left. Drop into your right ear. So make sure that your knees aren't jamming up into your chest. I want your knees to stay underneath your hips right now. Yeah, so that you have a little more space. So we find a little more length here. And we'll press back up. And then we'll reach the left arm up to the sky. Breathe it in as you exhale. Let's thread it under. Keep those knees. Reach your right arm where you want to. It could be outside of your left hip. It could work the upper left corner of your mat. Beautiful. And then come on into your downward facing dog. We'll bend the knees and float your feet to or through your hands. Take a seat into the floor. Very nice. We're going to sit up nice and tall. And let's go ahead and bring your right foot outside of your left knee with your right foot nice and flat. And then tuck your left knee into the center of your chest. And then reach your right hand behind, right hand behind your back. So left leg, we're on the other side, Left leg is here. Left arm's going to reach high. We're breathing in as you exhale. We're going to work that twist. So go ahead and bring the edge of your elbow to the outside edge of that knee. And then on this one, we inhale on the lift. We exhale on the twist. Inhale on the lift. If you like to get a bound connection here, you know what that is. You can work that left arm through and reach that right arm around. So if you want to go deeper into your shoulders, you're bounding up. And then we're going to come back center. And we're going to take that right foot outside of your right hip. And we'll keep that left leg straight. So maybe the top of your foot's in the floor, maybe it's turned out, whatever feels better for your ankle. Stretch the arms up to the sky. Let's breathe in. As you exhale, let's get long out for 5. Go ahead and reach it. For 4, extend and lengthen it. For 3, bring your chin towards your toes. For 2, catch that foot. So maybe you're interlacing your hands around that ball of that foot and flexing your toes back. Maybe you're here and you're grabbing your left ankle and you're using your upper body, bending through the elbows. But we're going to stay straight on just for a few breaths. Let your chest drop over that left thigh. Then we'll bring your left hand outside of your left hip, and we'll bring your right hand outside of your left foot. We'll take a little twist, pull, feel. And we'll come back center. We're going to come into boat pose. So in boat, we're going to balance on your sit bones. And we're going to lift up. So we'll lift the heels off the floor. So the heels are going to be in line with your knees for a moment. We're going to lift up through the upper back. And then we'll extend the arms out in front of you. We're going to keep lengthening through your upper back. And then go ahead and straighten the legs. If you can keep the upper back tall, straighten the legs out. Reach the arms up towards the sky now. Yeah, reach the arms up. Keep the reach. See if you can keep the lean back. We're squeezing through the quads right now. For 5. For 4, we're going to keep squeezing it. For 3, we're going to keep squeezing here. For 2, and then we're going to bring your low spine. Just your lumbar comes down into the floor. So I want you to keep your shoulder blades off of your mat right now. Keep your heels a little higher than your hips. If it's available, reach to the back wall. Yeah, keep the chest lifted. 5, keep reaching it out. 4, 3, stay inside the length of the abdominals because that's what we're going to use to come on up. Reach the arms up, find the lift up. Lengthen through the upper back. 5, 4, keep reaching through the fingertips. For 2, drop the heels. Find a hug. Fold it in. Very nice. And then we're going to go to the other side. So go ahead and extend those legs out here. And then we'll bring your left foot outside of your right knee. We're going to bring your left knee center of the chest. We'll bring your left hand behind your low back. We're going to reach that right arm up. Let's breathe in. As you exhale, let's work the edge. Twist it over. And then we're here breathing. Inhale, we get tall. Exhale, we twist it a little more. Sometimes it's nice to just close your eyes and really get into thinking about where you're feeling this. Really get into it. Work through that twist. One more breath here. And then we'll square center and we'll take that left heel outside of your left hip. And we'll flex those right toes back. We'll stretch the arms up to the sky. Let's breathe in. As you exhale, we're going to get long out. So reach out, extend and lengthen out. Yeah, create the space in it. Toes are coming back towards you. And find a place where you feel the stretch. We're going to stay square on that right thigh. So maybe you have a block under your foot. Maybe you are that long or you have longer limbs and you need that to go into the depths of your stretch. So whatever you need, you can definitely find it somewhere along the way. And then we'll drop your right hand outside of your right hip. Bring your left hand outside of that foot or that ankle. Work through the twist. Find the pull. On the exhales, we twist a little more. come on up. We're gonna go back into that boat pose. Bend the knees, find the lift. But we're gonna move through these ones a little bit. So upper back's nice and tall. We'll find that breath in. As you exhale, we're gonna straighten the legs, reach the arms up, stretch them back a little bit. So to challenge your balance as you lengthen through the spine, let's bring the lumbar down. Find the reach back here. 5, 4, 3, 2. Bring it up. Lift through the chest. Lengthen and squeeze the quads. Find the inhale and the exhale. Let's lower it down. Reach it back. Yeah. Keep the shoulder blades off the floor. Let's bring it up right here. Push through those heels. Squeeze through the quads. Breathe it in as you exhale. Let's lower down. Stretch it back. Let's stay here. 5, 4, 3, 2. Lower it down for a moment. Relax and release. Push through your low spine and take it back up. Lift the heels. Lift the upper body. Nice. I'm sorry, I'm just in that reverse Superman, which I should have stated. 5, 4, get a little higher. 3, 2. Relax it down. And then push through your low spine, reverse that Superman. Legs lift, upper body's coming up. We're finding the reach. Bring the fingertips behind the head. Bend the knees slightly, drop the heels. Let's work the crunch up. 12, 11, 10. Stay in that moment of lift. 8, 7, 6, 5, crunch it up. 4, push down through your low back. 3, 2, relax back and find a long stretch. So go ahead and reach your arms over your head. Yeah, stretch your legs out long, reach through your toes. That's very nice. Hug your knees up into your chest. Rock a little bit side to side. Happy baby, catch your feet, drive your thighs right outside of your rib cage. Stack your ankles on top of your knees. Pull it back. Let it feel good here. And then go ahead and cross your right knee over your left. Lift up your upper body, catch the outer edges of your feet, and then let your head drop back and pull. And if we always want to go for, can I catch a little bit more, slide your left knee by your right ankle and keep your heels high and then work the pull. So on the exhales, we're working it back. And if you feel like you need to just finally let go here, that's fine. You can find your own spinal twist that you like for yourself. So if you feel like you want to just not have to get into more work, then bring in your own feel good. Let's reverse the cross. So left over the right, we're gonna lift up and catch those guys. Maybe you're gonna slide that left knee to the right ankle. Let's breathe and exhale into it. Soles of the feet will come together in the floor, butterfly pose. Let the arms drop out to the sides. Let the fingertips relax. Let your shoulder blades relax. Close your eyes for a moment. Now the breathing is yours right now. So if you want to just come into breathing through breathing through the mouth, then certainly go ahead and bring that. We're just gonna let the knees drop out and let gravity take over a little more through the hips. Just a little bit more, because why wouldn't you? While you're here, give yourself the gift of having a little more conversation with your psoas. That's always a good time. My scrunchie is not cooperating with me at all, which is never fun. Goodness. You know, to be a dude just for like a week would just be so fun, I think. Like hair? What hair? Let's let the legs relax out. So go ahead and let your right leg fall a little bit to the right side and your left leg drop a little bit to the left. I like to separate my legs out because that helps me release through my pelvis and through my low back a little more. If I bring my legs farther, my heels farther away from each other, then I can start to feel that my spine conforms to my mat a little bit more. And we're just going to bring down the heart rate, roll back on everything being like, ah, just letting it go. So let's find an inhale together where the chest comes all the way up to the sky, and an exhale together where we let it go. And as we breathe into the relaxation of it all, let's take a moment right here. We're going to shift gears in your mind space. So this moment is all about allowing yourself to enjoy 3 things that you like about yourself. 3 things that you like about you. And then 3 things that you like about me. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. 3 things that you enjoy about someone else in your life that's special and that someone else who brings you joy. Just think about those 3 things, why you connect with someone. 3 things that feel good. What's the connection? Marilee can't keep a straight face.
You're my person.
You're my person too. So we're enjoying really like the gratitude of connecting with other people, because it's such a beautiful thing that, not to say we take it for granted, but sometimes your people are there for you and they're just kind of there and you expect it. So this is just a nice way to embrace it and feel all the goodness and feel a sense of appreciation. And let's find a big breath in. And on this deep exhale, I want you to set an intention for yourself. This is all about you tonight. I want you to set an intention for how you are going to keep this inner peace that you created on your mat. I want you to think about how you're going to take that, what you're going to take with you in your inner peace, how you're going to hold on to it, preserve it. Don't let anyone mess with your inner peace right now, what you created on your mat. And from now until the time that you go to bed. So if you're doing this practice at 8 in the morning, you got some hours ahead of you. If you're not doing it in the evening, how will you nurture your inner peace from now until the time that you go to bed tonight? Give yourself 5 good minutes to stay here on your mat. 5 good minutes for you. You're beautiful, you're strong, you're amazing, you're perfect just as you are. Thank you so much for being here with me and Marilee on our mats. Namaste to you, my friends. Namaste to you, man.